My name is Paul Simshauser. I'm the Chief Economist at AGL Energy and I'm also a Professor of Economics at the Griffith Business School, and I have a Master of Commerce from Griffith University. So I basically look after energy regulation, regulated pricing, the economics and policy, sustainability for the business, government affairs, corporate communications and media. We're a business that's 175 years old, so born out of Sydney back in the late 1830s. If you're going to be around for another 175, 176 years, then everything you do must be sustainable. So sustainability, you need to think about it quite holistically, between community and environment and financials, the economics. It's you can't take one without the other. We will regularly have that conversation around the executive team, meeting table. Is what we're doing sustainable? And if it's not, then we know we need to do something different. We need to start changing tack. I was at a certain point where the industry I work in, the energy industry, was going through some enormous structural changes and some fairly radical reforms where the idea was to basically, remove the monopolistic market environment that had been in place for a century, I guess. So there was a lot of trailblazing, and look, if you're going to do a lot of trailblazing, you need to hit the books. It sort of made sense to go and do it in a formal way, and so that was a big part or a big reason as to why I got stuck into it. I suppose the other thing, and I mean, this is an advice I could give. I think if you're going down the path of doing a master's degree, you need to think carefully about where it is you're going, with your career or in the industry that you're working in, and make sure you're lining both of those up so that they are working in tandem. It's not a spectator sport. Enrol and get into it, get started. The faster you get started, the sooner you'll go to work. Practice will make perfect. Now in business, it's pretty hard to get perfect, but you do need to practice, and practice, we're not talking about musical instruments here, so the way you practice in business, you've got to keep sharpening the tools that you do have all the time. Going down and running sort of parallel studies in postgraduate, that's a really big thing in my mind. It certainly propelled me forward. If I think about my mindset before and where I was after, the tools I had to do with what I had to do on a daily basis had expanded fairly significantly, if that makes sense. So it's just a way of keeping on top of an ever-changing world.